coming out. That was amazing.
Oh yeah.
And I just went, this is what it's all about. This is what, if I'm going to get on stage, I got to give it everything I can give in that moment, or fuck going on stage.
And man, the Ramones.
Oh,
Just to go back to them, I mean, I remember one time Joey actually said, we wrote this song for our friend Stephen King for Pet Sematary.
Yeah.
I think that was the most he ever said on stage besides 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. It's true.
Because they didn't believe in stopping. They didn't believe
They
in
didn't waste your
slowing
time.
down.
There's people doing things. We got stuff to do. We got to go places. Jay's got to go shopping. I got to go pay my mortgage.
And what's also funny about
Why waste your
bands
time?
like that is the amount of other artists who are so inspired by them.
Mm-hmm.
You know that Bruce Springsteen wrote a song for the Ramones?
Yeah, Hungry Heart.
Yep, and then he wasn't allowed to give it to him.
That's right. His manager was like, it's too good. Don't give it to him.
And it's funny because nobody believes it until you think about it. And you think about how Joey sings.
Oh, yeah.
And Joey couldn't hold a note.
Yeah.
You know, but he could do, good.
Yeah.
It's a Ramones tune.
He's all Ronnie Spector.
Yeah.
Joey. He's a Ronnie Spector disciple.
And
That's all Joey.
And so many of those guys, and I mean, you know, the Boston's were another. And what I loved about the Boston's is, I got very, very fortunate. I got to meet Dickie Barrett.
Cool.
And the saxophone player Kevin at the time, and those guys, we actually kind of became pen pals for a little while.
Cool.
When they were in town, you know, got to talk to them here and there. They saw me doing magic outside their show. That's how we kind of met. And the Dickie inspired me on a lot of levels because the other thing about the Boston's where they had that energy, they were so friendly.
Mm-hmm.
You could, and the funny thing is, like, people think of the Ramones, black leather jackets, black chains. I never got hurt in a Ramones picture.
Never, ever.
Nobody would let you stay on that ground.
It was so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It was men, women, children, and everybody was smiling.
Yeah,
and dancing.
And with the Boston's, what blew my mind, and what I never forgot, they were never backstage.
Right.
Everybody who went to a Boston show, if they wanted an interaction with the band, they could have gotten one.
Right. It's true.
And many years later, they helped me get on Lollapalooza when it was in Detroit.
Wow,
and I remember hanging out second stage with Dickie as he's watching some of the artists. And it was funny because some girls in front of us were talking about the cute singer from the Boston's. But it was raining, he had a poncho on, they couldn't see him. So after the band on stage finished their set, Dickie went, all right, screw it, it's time to work. I didn't know what he meant. He takes off his poncho, puts on the sunglasses, roughs up his hair, boom, he's Dickie Barrett.
Wow.
And for the next hour, just sits out there, just signing autographs, talking to people.
Nice.
Throughout my entire career, of all of these amazing people I've been able to meet, less than 15% of them have ever been jerks.
Right.
But the jerks taught me I didn't want to be jerks. But it was the guys like that who I went, they care about everybody at their show.
Mm-hmm.
And what I used to
it's
teach,
sincere.
Very sincere.
Yeah.
George Burns once said the secret to all performing is sincerity. Mm-hmm. As soon as you can fake that, the rest of the shit's easy. But no, it's being truly grateful. Like when I look at my show, the tickets are $29.99 plus tax and fees. I mean, if you look around, of course, it's Vegas. You can find discount tickets.
Sure.
But even at discount tickets, you still probably, after taxes, worked about 2 hours to get tickets to my show.
Mm-hmm.
You brought in dates. Now you've worked 3 or 4 hours. You could have gone to a movie.
Yeah.
The special effects are going to be way better.
Right.
But you came to my show.
Right.
Where you're going to get napkins from.
Yeah, damn right you are. But not only did you give me your money, you've given me your time and your vacation time.
Mm-hmm.
I owe you the best that I can give you.
Yes.
Because you gave that to me.
Yeah.
And that's always been.
It's not their privilege to see you, it's your
privilege. No,
privilege.
It's my privilege to perform for them in every way, shape, and form.
Yeah, always.
And you know, it was. There's something that I started calling blue collar punk, which I put like the Dropkick Murphys, the Boston's, the Gaslight Anthem, bands that are never going to be the huge arena bands, but they're going to be the blue collar bands that are doing clubs 250, 300 days a year, and going out there and working.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And that was the environment I grew up in.
Me too.
Yep.
Same way.
Also, now talking about New York, Detroit had this thing as well. Detroit taught me, be good, get to the point, or don't be on stage.
Yes.
Do not waste my time.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that, you know, that kind of a scene destroys a lot of people
Mhm.
because, oh my God, I don't know what to do. One of the first big gigs I ever did it was at the State Theater. That was like one of the first union houses I ever played.
Wow.
Where the guys came out, unloaded your stuff, put your stuff on stage, loaded it. Like my first time feeling like a rock star.
Yeah, sure.
But I remember the stage manager coming up to me going, Mr. Lopine, yeah? You scheduled for 20 minutes tonight? Yes, sir. Okay, if you do 19, you're my best friend. If you do 21, you'll never work here again. Have a good set.
That's great.
Nice.
But these are guys who, as it was later, and I liked the guy a lot,
Yeah.
but as it was later explained to me, if you have 10 acts
Mhm.
and they all just go 5 minutes over,
Yeah.
well, now the headliner either has to cut 45 minutes out of his act, or you've just gone 5 minutes into overtime, which
yeah.
now means 4 hours of overtime
Oh, God.
for all 50 people they have there.
Right.
That's how much money your 5 minutes just cost.
I remember working in television when some actors would come like an hour late. They were big stars, so they thought they could get away with it. And you would just think, how many people's salaries are getting affected by this because they gotta go into golden time or overtime or whatever they call it. And we're talking like it could be hundreds of thousands of dollars just for a Tuesday,
Yeah,
just because you decided to roll in an hour late. An hour, not even 5 minutes.
and there's
That
no
mentality, I just
reason
never
for that.
exactly. I never understood it.
Yeah, and it's funny because a lot of those people, and you can't say everyone, but the funny thing is I've noticed with a lot of those people, as soon as they stumble,
Yeah.
everybody kicks their legs out from under them,
Mhm.
and you watch these people just go into a career spiral. On the other hand, those same actors who showed up 15 minutes early,
Mm-hmm.
shook hands with the lighting guys,
Yeah.
talked to the camera guys, found out where the directors wanted them to be.
Yeah.
When they stumbled, 100 hands grabbed them by the back of the shirt,
Always.
lifted them up, and made sure that they couldn't go to the ground.
Always.
You know, it's when you. Henry Rollins put out that one thing at I'm sure you've seen the meme. He posted it at a festival, talking about how hard the stagehands work. And if there was any justice in the world,
Yeah, they would get the money and do it. Yeah, totally.
theirs.
He's right.
Mm-hmm.
He's totally right. There's I mean, the people that work for you and set up everything and then disassemble everything work 5 times harder.
Well, as I've described it to performers, the first person above me at my show is the cleaning staff.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the theater isn't clean, guess what? We're not doing a show.
Yeah, exactly.
Above the cleaning staff, you have the ticket brokers.
Yeah.
If nobody sold tickets, we don't have a show.
Yep.
Then you have the box office. I am actually the last person of importance to that show
Exactly. Yeah.
because everything else has to work
Because
before mine works.
if you showed up, or if you were sick and they could call someone else. Like I'm the same way. If I don't show up, then they can call someone else and stuff for me. However, if the theater doesn't work, or if it's not lit, or if it's not set up, then nobody shows up. So yeah, I get it. I get it. Entertainment's always the last one. It's always a team effort.
And it's always shocked me. And what I found funny is all of the people who had that negative attitude and were surprised when they're like, well, you know, why aren't people responding positively to me?
Yeah.
Because you're treating everybody like a jerk.
Completely.
You know,
And that reputation stays with you forever.
Oh, God, yeah.
I know guys that were run out of Hollywood like that because they just developed a first major gig and they were prima donna assholes and they never got their reputation back. And they never worked.
Yeah, you never get that second shot for a first impression.
No way.
And when it's why Def Leppard still has a career.
Uh-huh.
Def Leppard should have been done a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But the record execs liked them. They were easy guys to work with. They were fun guys to work with.
I mean, if you got to be around people for 12, 16 hours a day, it doesn't have to they don't have to be geniuses. You just want to be around people that are easy to be around.
Yeah.
Get stuff done and you know, you make good product and you have a good time.
When I lived in New Orleans, I was very, very fortunate to get to know Harry Anderson really well.
Oh,
He had helped me a lot, and there was a guy, too, who just so gracious with fans.
Uh-huh.
And when he found out that you were sincere about wanting to work, because at the time I was just starting doing comedy clubs, and a mutual friend gave him my demo tape. And once he saw my demo tape, all of a sudden he came up to me in the bar one night and said, Elizabeth and I are having dinner tomorrow night. Come on over to the house. We've got some stuff to talk about.
Nice.
And I mean, with just so much. But the first thing he taught me was, if everybody in the audience wants to take you home for dinner, you've won.
Wow.
If they like you and want to introduce you to their friends and family, they will.
Wow, that's great.
You know, and just so many great people like that. I mean, it's, you know, when I started doing hypnosis, that really became the forefront of everything was, I didn't want to make you look like an idiot.
Sure.
I want to make you look like a superstar. Because if you look golden up there,
Yeah.
everybody's having a blast.
And your family is just so alive
Yeah.
and related. And yeah, that's awesome.
You know, between Detroit, New Orleans, and now living here for 8 years, the performers that I've been so fortunate to surround myself with, it just blows my mind. You know, here in town, one of my dearest friends, who's beating up my show left and right to make it better, is the amazing Jonathan.
Oh, cool.
I love when Jonathan comes out to the show. But I also know that after the show, we're going to go to dinner or we're going to go to lunch the next day, and there's going to be 2.5 pages of notes.
Great.
But they're going to
It's a hard pill to
real
swallow.
notes.
Yeah.
Well, the very first time he offered to do that for me, we were both performing in the Harmon Theater, and there was no way he was coming on his day off back to the Harmon Theater.
Right.
But after the show one night, he walks by and he grabs one of the DVDs from the show. And as he's driving home, he calls me and goes, "Okay, I want you to save me a lot of time. Do you just want me to tell you you're good? Because, oh my God, you're good, you're the best, everybody loves you. There, we're done." I said, "No, I want to know."
Of course.
"All right, you asked for it."
Yeah, here it comes.
And then 2 days later, he called me, and he must have watched this thing, I don't know how many times, but 4 pages of notes, just going into everything. You're turning here, you're looking here, you're doing this, you're doing that.
Right.
Just so many moments where I went, oh.
Never thought about it.
And it was brilliant.
Yeah.
And there are so many great people here in town.
Yeah.
And sometimes not even the performers, like the performers, the people who are behind the scenes, but who really do watch everything.
Sure.
I know you guys are probably familiar with Seth Udall for Jeff Mullins. You know, Seth
Mullins,
runs
I know,
Unique
yeah.
Factory.
Yeah.
Jeff Mullins is Carrot's Tops
I
manager.
know, Joe.
You know, once again, great guys.
Yep.
Sincere guys who, man, when they care, they will give you all the information they can.
Yep.
There's a lot of people in this town who can't wait to share and help you.
Of course. Someone did it to them.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people in the town who just want to screw you over.
You know,
That's
there,
true, too.
and the funny thing is, oh my God, are there? Yeah, all right, let's whip out the list of people we hate and why. The one thing that all right, Jay, you're gonna fall into this one beautifully because, all right, let's look at the group of people who will screw you over in this town. I would say that 75% of that group are not out to screw you over. 75% of them are just flakes.
Yeah.
I mean, think about the people
For
that
sure.
we've worked with.
Absolutely.
Who, you know,
100%
you're
agree
like,
with that.
oh my God. I know. Look, if this person was doing it intentionally, I'd put a bullet in their brain.
They all have an agenda.
Yep. And the problem is, half the time, they're not smart enough to realize how their agenda in a moment is counterproductive to everything that could help them.
Yeah.
You know, now there are the 25% scumbags out there who are more than glad to steal your money, rip you off, screw you over, and leave you on the side of the road broken and crying.
Right.
But, and once again, I'm not trying to knock anybody who has had an unfortunate experience. By the time you should be qualified as a performer to play in Vegas, you should know enough about the business side to know when somebody's dealing a bunch of BS at you.
Totally.
Yeah.
You should be able to look at somebody and go, "Oh, I've smelled that before."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
That smells like Zach thrown.
because coming up
Well,
through
then
the
it's
ranks, I had a lot of agents screw me over.
Yeah.
I mean, bad. But I quickly learned very valuable lessons. I learned who you trust, why you trust them. I learned you don't listen to anybody,
Yeah.
but you look at all their actions. And that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been very, very fortunate because of, and you could not tell the 23-year-old version of me that losing 10 grand on a tour for an agent will be the best thing that's ever happened to you, because you'll learn how not to lose 100,000.
Sometimes it's best to learn what not to do.
Yeah.
Those are valuable lessons.
Oh man. we could probably.
My mother used to say, if you can solve your problems with money, they're not really problems.
Yeah.
And it's true, sometimes you lose a lot of cash learning things.
Well, it's not the cash that you lose. Somebody told me the universe will keep teaching the same lesson until you learn it.
Mm-hmm.
Money is just always the first liability in
Sure.
any transaction.
Yep.
But it's when you start going, why did I lose this money? Oh, I
Yeah.
lost this money because these people keep appealing to my ego.
Uh-huh.
And my ego says, I want to feel special. And these people make me special if I pay them money.
Yeah.
Which sounds a lot like we're talking about prostitutes right now.
Yeah.
But really, we're talking about advertising execs.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about prostitutes. Because really, one and the same.
Right.
But it's that moment where you go, as dumb as it sounds, some of the best advice I got was just treat your business like it's business.
Mm-hmm.
Get the ego out, get the attitude
Get the
out.
emotion out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, don't get emotionally invested in this. What is actually business and what isn't.
Right.
And I mean, a lot of people in this town who will screw you over, the way they screw you over is by going, oh, you know what, man? You should be such a bigger superstar.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, these 10.
I've got something.
Yeah.
I've got an idea that's gonna work for you.
Yep. Oh, you know what?
I've got something in the works.
Yep. Oh, I've got a way to get you 2.5 million Twitter followers.
Yeah.
And they'll all throw you $10 a piece.
I got a meeting with the big wig of this hotel tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
things
and-
are happening.
And best of all, what we're going to do is we're going to create this product around you. And if you can just get 2 of your friends to sell that product, and they get 2 of their friends to sell it,
Yeah.
you know, it all becomes Amway in the end when you hear this stuff.
Amway.
Well, it really does. I mean, how many times has somebody told you, oh man, I've got this meeting with this big
Yeah.
wig at this casino,
Sure.
and listen, I'm going to rep you. What we're going to do is we're going to put this show in their main bar. You'll have a live crowd. The casino's going to put $1 million behind it. All I need from you is 20 grand to get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you're desperate,
Yeah.
oh my God, 20 grand. But in 2 years, I'm going to make millions off of it.
So what's 20 grand?
Yeah, exactly.
Throw it in the pocket.
Yeah.
Why not? It'll make me $1 million.
Why not? All right, we got to take a music break, everybody.
So true.
And we've got more with Kevin and Zach.
Hello.
Sin Bodie's going to be calling in.
Yep, at about 2:15ish.
There we go. We got things happening, Zach.
It's hot. It's hot.
And
Woohoo!
It's so hot.
so hot. All right, we'll be right back.
Yeah, Rocky.
Hey, what's that?
You have 2 commercials running?
Oh, I know what that is.
One, two, three, four.
Who's that?